What's up, CFO gang? It's your boy Jay Tuck, real Cowboys fans stand up. And today I want to talk about Jonathan Mingo. Now, I know the hot topic of discussion with Dallas Cowboys fans is, we need a wide receiver too. And listen, I agree with 1,000% with that, where we need a true wide receiver too, opposite of CeeDee Lamb. But we know the Dallas Cowboys traded a 4th round pick for Jonathan Mingo. And a lot of people are saying, Tuck, why? And I know emotionally, I don't understand it, right? But y'all know how we do on this channel. I want to go through the film to see if we can see what the Cowboys are seeing when it comes to Jonathan Mingo, and could there be some signs that shows that he is going to get the opportunity to be wide receiver 2 next year in Dallas, and maybe they don't feel there's a sense of urgency when it comes to drafting a wide receiver early in the draft like we do. Now, when it comes to Jonathan Mingo, we know he was a second, or what was he, a pick? He was a 2nd round draft pick of the 2023 draft class, and went to Carolina Panthers. Now, the main attraction for Jonathan Mingo, I'm trying to think back to that draft class, right, is of course he coming out of Ole Miss, so that's, DK Metcalf, AJ Brown, starting to be big wide receiver Trey Harris this year. But he was a RAS score guy. He lit the RAS score up like a Christmas tree. So it was a lot of green, and I think a lot of people got excited about Jonathan Mingo, but it hasn't really translated at the NFL level thus far in his career. I mean, he only has about 600 total yards, about 700 total yards, and he hasn't even gotten into the end zone once. Zero, zilch, nada, right? We have the same amount of touchdowns as Jonathan Mingo, but let's go ahead and talk about what we see on the film to see if there's any traits that can give us some optimism or hope when it comes to the upside of Jonathan Mingo. So on this very first play right here, you'll see just a simple comeback route, but what we are going to really focus on is the traits when it comes to Jonathan Mingo. So him coming off the line of scrimmage. So honestly, I like his stance, good quality stride. Boom, boom, boom. Stick. Actually, it was a curl. I'll say comeback right. Simple curl route. Extended hands. Simple catch, right? Now, when I watch this play, what I'm really looking at is, one, his get off, which I think is perfectly fine, but is he able to stress this corner vertical? Because if not, what's going to happen, and you'll see that in some of the film as we progress, right, that they're going to stick on these hitches, these curls, these comeback routes, because they don't consider it a vertical threat. So I want to see, is he able to kind of stem a little bit and press these corners vertical, where there's actually some stress, and you don't see it on this play because you'll see this corner right here kind of just sit on it. He's not even really considering taking the vertical as a threat, but he's able to get his hips low, few extra steps, little choppiness right there, little extra movement, but overall, simple enough catch for Jonathan Mingo. And I think this is where you're really going to see him utilized in Dallas Cowboys offense. We know we like the hitches, the comebacks, the curls for the girls, especially under Mike McCarthy. All right. Now, the one thing that really stands out when you watch Jonathan Mingo's film is the ability to play through contact. And you'll see that on this play right here. I think this is versus Quinyon Mitchell. So he's lined up top. And you're going to see, once again, simple enough route, but this time he's going to take the outside release, stress the outside. And you're going to see Quinyon Mitchell's hands all over him. So good hands. Get those hands off me, bro. Play through contact. And secure the catch. Now, this is kind of a body catch, right? You don't want to catch with your body, but it's securing the catch. But I like the way that he's able to fight through contact, and you'll see that here in a few more plays. Because he is going to be, quote unquote, our X wide receiver. Now, when you think of X, especially for Dallas Cowboys fan, you think of Big X, Dez Bryant, right? So I don't want to say Mingo is that, but this is where primarily he's going to play. So he's going to get a lot of press coverage, a lot of man coverage on the outside. So he's going to have to be that big physical guy that kind of fills that void of what we lost when we lost Michael Gallup. On this play right here, once again, just showing being able to fight through the contact. Simple route, curls for the girls. He's on top of them. He's covering them, hands all over them. And still being able to secure the catch. So overall, good play from Jonathan Mingo on that catch. Now, this angle really ain't got much to do with Jonathan Mingo, but for some reason, I don't know what you did, bro, and I really can't help you because you're not in Dallas anymore when it comes to Trey Lance. A lot of people are feeling like number 19 isn't capable of playing football at the NFL level. I don't know who you offended, what you said, what you done, bro. But look at this dot from Trey Lance. Footwork, it's decent. A little bit of hold right there. But look at this dot from Trey Lance. Just watch the trajectory on this ball and how tight this window is. Look how tight this window is. Bam. You know what I'm saying? That's a dot from Trey. So I know this kid gets a lot of criticism, a lot of hate. I don't know why. I think it's because he was drafted so early. But I'm not going to sit here and act like this kid can't play football. You know what I'm saying? I'm just not going to do it. All right. So anyways, back to Mingo. Now, the one thing that really stands out when it comes to Jonathan Mingo, like I said, his size, he's 6'2", about 225. And he had the athleticism coming out of Ole Miss. But also, he is a very willing blocker, especially in the run game. And you saw that at Carolina. And you saw it in some traits in Dallas as well. But you'll watch on this play right here, just the physicality, moving his corner on out the picture. Now, whoever this is didn't do a good job of reading his blocks, but that's not what we're focusing on. But good quality blocker, physical, driving. So, you know, he's going to do those little small things. He's going to do those little small things, especially in the blocking game. You'll see it also demonstrated on this play right here. Now, you put a Dallas Cowboys logo on his helmet. More than likely, this might be a penalty, but, you know what I'm saying, it is what it is, right? So, simple little swing right there. You can watch Jonathan Mingo put somebody in the dirt, you know, to lead to the touchdown. So, overall, good, willing blocker when it comes to Jonathan Mingo. So, that could have led to some attraction when it comes to bringing him alongside the Dallas Cowboys. Now, is this fourth pick worthy? I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Is it worth the fourth round pick? But we'll have to see how it all translates. On this play right here, lined up in the slot, so it shows some of that versatility, not just playing on the outside, but can move inside. Simple slot fade right here. Does a good job of kind of selling up the little inside shoulder route, right? Let's go back right. You'll see him playing right there, right? See that little quick little motion? It's right there, right? To get upside, to stack the corner, and this is really just on Bryce Young. So, I mean, look at all this green up here. This should have been an easy completion, but of course he has to slow down, gear down. Does a bad job of locating the ball. Ain't no telling where the hell it is, so it must have been a miscommunication. But overall, good route. So you could run, you know, slot fade with them, and you know, it looks like he has that ability. You've definitely got to put that on the dot, and we have a quarterback in Dak Prescott that can definitely do that. And this is where all the monsters and the zombies in the comments say, "Oh, Dak can't make that throw either." Whatever. Okay, cool, bro. All right. Now, the one thing also when it comes to Mingo is just red zone opportunities. Like I said, he didn't have any touchdowns in his career. We got the same amount, so hopefully that will change if he's going to be wide receiver 2 in Dallas. But, you know, this cornerback right here is setting up for, you know, he's giving him the inside release. He's giving the inside. How can you tell, Tuck? Look at his pips. Look at his shoulders. He doesn't want him to go outside. So I'm giving you everything in the inside. Now, he could have possibly did a much better job of selling the outside first and getting this corner to maybe open up just a little bit more, because this corner is sitting on it, right? But even with that, it's a good throw, and I really can't tell from this angle. I think the cornerback makes his gets his hand on the ball, right? Makes a play, but it's just some of those little subtle things where it's like maybe if you would have got him to open up just slightly right there and sold this a little bit more, that would have gave you the space that you needed and the separation that you needed for Bryce Young to make this completion. But ultimately, it's an incomplete pass, and that's no touchdown. Now, when it comes to Jonathan Mingo, especially after the catch, it leaves a little to be desired. You know, it's not explosive. You know, he's not a yak guy that you can get the ball and just let things happen. So you'll see on this play right here, it's a simple little corner route. Once again, fight through the contact. Okay, boom, you're out in space. All right. All right, so now it's showtime. You can either turn upfield and go this way, what you're going to do. All right. All right, so he turns upfield a little bit, hits the brakes slightly, few little extra choppy steps. Okay, cool. Missed tackle right there. Now, You have this defender right here. What you're going to do a good job of setting him up, make him take his ankles. Now you have all of this, all of that. Look at all that, y'all. Look at all of this. There's nobody in your range besides this corner. You should be off to the races. And I 1000% guarantee you guys, if this is Luther Burton, this is possibly a house call. If this is some of these wide receivers talking about the draft, this is a house call. But when it comes to Jonathan Mingo, he gets chased down from behind. He kind of slows down. So it's just that sense of urgency as a wide receiver that I would like to see from Mingo. Where's that dog? Where's like, nah, I'm not going to be denied. And we're going off to the races. It's kind of like, I got the ball. Like, what do I do with this? Kind of hesitant. I'm kind of peeking over my shoulder. Like, let's turn up, bro. Let's turn things up a notch now that you got the ball in your hands. And I feel like that's what makes Jonathan Mingo kind of lackluster for me is I need a playmaker that can make things happen once he has the ball in his hands. And I just don't think that is Jonathan Mingo at this point in his career. And this play, I kind of just was like, all right, but we don't just talk about the good or just the negative. We talk about both sides. Even though it's a good route and good catch, this is where I would say we need to draft a wide receiver. We need a playmaker. And what do I mean by this play right here? Once again, he's going to get open. Now, this is the fourth quarter. It's like a minute 25 left. I think the score is like 9-25, whatever. So they're probably not going to come back, but be that as it may, okay? You have Jonathan Mingo coming off. Good job of selling the route. Simple corner route. Boom. All right. So fourth quarter, you're down, right? You haven't been in the end zone in your entire career. What do you think he's going to do? A, spin because he feels his pressure and spin back into the end zone. B, turn up field, stiff arm this corner and dive for the pylon. Or C, just run out of bounds, And when I saw this play, I'm just like, come on, dog. Come on, dog. Come on, dog. And it's just, I'm just going to run out of bounds. Now, it could be in fairness to Mingo. Maybe that's what he was coached to do. But like I said, it's a minute 25 left. So even if you're playing the timeout game, come on, dog. Like any wide receiver, you're going to try to make something happen. You got to try to make something happen. I just feel like him just going out of bounds, no fight, no toughness, no stiff arm, no spin, no dive for the pylon, dive for the end zone. This is why the Dallas Cowboys need to go get a threat at the wide receiver too. So I know they gave up a 4th round pick for Jonathan Mingo. I feel like he's a good rotational piece, but honestly, if we want to be fair, I can say that honestly, Jalen Tolbert has been a lot more productive in his NFL career than Jonathan Mingo, but there's some upside potential. There's some size. The blocking is there. Maybe, Coach Junior Adams can turn water into the wine, but as of right now, y'all, I think there's a lot left and a big void that needs to be filled when it comes to Dallas Cowboys, especially at the wide receiver 2 spot, man. So it's your boy J Tuck. Comment, like, subscribe. Follow me on all social media platforms at JTuck151. If you love draft content, you're at the right spot. Cowboys content, the right spot. Film content, you are in the right spot. So subscribe to the channel and turn on that notification bell and make sure you don't miss out. I want everyone to stay safe, stay blessed, stay encouraged, and go get me a wide receiver too, please. Dak needs help. Peace.